Can you plug that phonograph in through that? No. I thought I had one of those wires.
Morning.
I was thinking you were going to be mad at me because I got my Husky stuff on your
Oh, no.
Stanford today. Did you see the podcast?
She works at Stanford now.
Oh, no. I'm right there.
She loves it.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah. You know, live in California, you think the garage is never already stuff.
How much were you asking for the...
For the games? Let me see whose they are. It's all
Okay.
different sellers. Marcy, are these your games over here? No. Is that Ken? Maybe Jan? Is that your guys' stuff? The old Nintendo system? Is it your Nintendo system?
That was cool. I've seen one of those.
Old Nintendo?
No, I've seen watched the videos of them, but I haven't seen Nintendo right there.
No.
This is the only thing I could think of when you said military stuff.
Oh, okay.
Is this your stuff or...?
No, it's not my stuff. Are you thinking about it?
Yeah, how much were you asking for everything?
Oh, we're set up, almost, but... Oh, yeah. Apparently that's a good one, too.
Is that what it is? You said there was a canoe at it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How much were you asking?
For the whole...
Yeah, the whole
okay,
Get the money out of that one.
you know.
Is that for me?
thing.
Yeah, look what we got. Beanie Baby.
I'm not sure, $50? I'm not sure what you're looking for.
Yeah.
What were you thinking?
Okay, alright. I'll do it because, you know, I don't think all the instruction things are...
Oh, no.
You know,
You don't have the case. Yeah.
I don't need that. So,
The kind of money that's way too...
Okay. Sounds good.
Way too big to come out the bottom.
That's part of it. So when you use it, you don't cut your hand off. I don't think we ever used it, so brand new.
You mind if I go through?
Oh,
or-
yeah, go ahead.
I don't want to rush you. Okay.
You know, when my grandson, he speaks English funny now. I was going to go in today. Then you want to go to Mexico, you know. You want to speak Spanish, why? How you want to have comida? Food. ¿Cómo se dice? No, quiero comida. Okay, quiero comida. And then we went to Mexico. Yeah. Tengo hambre. I'm hungry. Quiero comida. This food was after that. Did you say anything else? No. And then, you know, the little kid, they're running with him. Because, you know, before, you know, people speak English.
Hello?
How much were you asking for the games?
For the PS3 ones, it's 5. For the PSP, it's 2.
Okay.
I said I can do any of those.
Are you keeping any of these forever? Are you going to keep some of these?
I have no idea. I haven't looked through them yet.
Cause I might. Are you going to keep Just Dance?
Nah, dude, go ahead.
Okay.
SingStar and Dance, probably not. I just need actually good season.
Sure. Can you, he's going to buy the Haro bike and the red bike, so get to them back in the morning, you're not going to couple hours to pick them up.
I can do some of that. Like,
That's not broken. That's not broken. On the back?
Oh. I was like, wow, this is a ton of games. Okay. I guess still a ton of games.
I didn't know they would be going quickly. I assumed they'd be like, you know,
Slow.
10-year-olds who are like, what is this? I'm like, I honestly don't know. I never played it.
Ooh, just in 4 turns? Dude, I'm gonna have all of them from PS3 now.
How about these?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, you can have that one. That one I was...
Hold on to.
But yeah, this one I wasn't sure. I was keeping that one. I just know it was in there.
You grabbing these or?
Yeah, you can see it.
Oh, okay.
No,
Okay, thank you.
Well, here's 20 for this, but then there's
Sorry.
We only have 20. Oh. Well, you can get change from the phone. We'll just find it on the computer.
Hey YouTube, I'm here to show my video game finds for August 2nd and the week before that. Overall, really good week, I would say. Throughout the whole week, Monday through Saturday, I went thrifting in the middle of the week, and every single time I went, I pretty much got something. A few good lots at the places at those thrift stores. So I'll probably go in order from Monday through Saturday, except maybe the small finds. So the first place I went to, or actually maybe the third or fourth place I went to, was Thrift Town. I only got a few items, $3 a piece, 2 games, Star Wars Battlefront, and Epic Mickey. So only 2 games there. And then same at Savers, only a few items I picked up. I got this actually on Monday. Only a few games, $3 a piece. Bounty Hounds for the PSP, Untold Legends, and then one N64 game, Bass Hunter 64, and then one PS2 game, but it was $5 because I think it was 2 games in one. The bundle pack, Grand Theft Auto with Grand Theft Auto 3 and Grand Theft Auto Vice City. So those were my pickups on Monday. I think Thrift Town maybe Wednesday, but there's also so few items. Let's show you those first, because most of the stuff thrifting I got were either at Goodwill or Salvation Army. So at Salvation Army, I went there on Tuesday, and for the last few weeks, I've been seeing pretty much the same stuff. It seemed like they cleared up all the stuff and started over, and there was quite a lot of new stuff, video game wise. So I got actually quite a bit at Salvation Army on Tuesday. I paid around $55 for this stuff. Combination of PS1 games, Xbox games, and 64 games. They had PS2 games there, but I passed on those. So I'll go through this lot. So for the PS1 games, Shooter, Starfighter, Same Vine. I think I'm saying that right. Same Vine. And then Crash Bandicoot, Speed Punks, and then Digimon World 2 and Digimon World 3. They also had the game Digimon Rumble Arena there, the case, but when I opened up there was no disc. They just threw in the disc, so case, not the disc. So I have a case lying around somewhere. And then for the Xbox games, I picked up 3 Xbox games. The Simpsons Hit and Run, Oddworld Stranger's Wrath, and Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. For some reason, these games, I guess, size-wise, they were bigger, so they charge a little bit more for these, $5 a piece. PS1 games are $3 a piece. And then the N64 games were $3 a piece, and I'm about to show you those. You know, when you go thrifting and you get there, you see a few N64 games or NES games or Super NES games, and there's only a few, and you run over and you're just like, oh, sports games. For me, that's like, I say 90% of the time. And then this is the time after I checked out, I'm like, I'm that guy who picked up the N64 good stuff and left the sports games. So that's exactly what I did. But like I say, 9 out of 10 times I'm usually the guy coming in late. So I got really lucky, I guess, this week. So for the N64 games, $3 a piece. Star Fox 64. Super Mario 64. 007, World Is Not Enough. Super Smash Brothers, Diddy Kong, Zelda, Majora's Mask, Zelda, Ocarina of Time, Star Wars, Shadow of the Empire, and finally, Turok. I did leave the 2 sports games that they had behind. So those were my finds on Tuesday. I was super psyched on Tuesday and wasn't expecting what was going to happen on Wednesday. Wednesday I hit Goodwill, and from walking in, there was a glass cabinet, and I could see that there was a bunch more N64 games there and any Super Nintendo games. I actually didn't buy any of the N64 games. Most of them weren't. I guess most of them were sports games, and then the Super Nintendo games, I did pick up most of them. The only issue is this Goodwill is a little bit more expensive. They charge $6 a piece, so actually most of these games are roughly around $6. Some are a little bit more, but I rarely see Super Nintendo games, so I just picked most of them up. So I did pick up one N64 item, the Game Shark Pro, and the rest of this is Super Nintendo. So I picked this up on Wednesday. I also got the Super Game Boy, so you can play your Game Boy games on the Super Nintendo. And then most of these games are, I would say, kiddie games, I guess cartoon games you'd say. So Porky's Pig, Super Battle Tank, Killer Instinct, and then the only Mario game to here, Mario Paint, which is not probably the worst Mario game they have for Super Nintendo. X-Men Mutant Apocalypse, The Jungle Book, Thomas the Engine and Friends, Disney Aladdin, what is this, Busty Butts Loose, or Bus Loose, Miss Pac-Man, and then finally, definitely the best one out of the lot, Biker Mice from Mars. So those were my pickups on Wednesday. Like I said, real surprised that they had some Super Nintendo games and then 64 games there. Possibly I was maybe the second person to show up because I had a feeling I did have some better titles, but someone must have showed them and bought them already. So those were my pickups on Wednesday, and then Thursday I did not get that much stuff. I don't think I got anything. And then Friday I went garage selling in the morning. Not that many garage sales. The first video you saw was a Friday garage sale, but before that I did hit another garage sale before that, and they only had one item or one pick. Actually, only 3 PS2 games. I picked up one of them. It was only $1. Tenchu Wrath of the Heaven for $1. And then you saw in the spy camera video, the very first one looked like it was a reseller. Either he probably sells at the flea market. So most of the games, as you saw, weren't in very good condition. I did pick up 2 of them. I think he charged me $5 for 2. A sports title. It is GameCube. NHL Blitz 2003. I was debating just to, replay. I just wanted the case, really. But, I mean, I'll probably just sell it. And then 1 disc-only Dreamcast game, Virtual Fighter 3D. So those were my Friday pickups. Like I said, not that much on Friday. Not that many garage sales on Friday. Saturday went ridiculously well, I would say. You saw the very last video or spy camera video. That was insane. But I'll explain how I pretty much knew that was going to happen. The one thing about Saturday was I actually had to do something like 10:30 on Saturday, so it was kind of pretty short, and it was pretty far from where I had to go. So I actually didn't garage sale in San Jose. I went actually further north, closer to actually San Francisco. And I gotta say the difference was pretty significant. There weren't that many people garage selling there, and there weren't that many posts for garage sales compared to San Jose. So I think the picking was a little bit easier for me. I didn't really have to race against anyone, yet there was one guy, so I'll explain that too. So I'm trying to go in order. The first thing you probably saw on Saturday was PlayStation 2. So in the box, the only issue is, looks like someone messed with the disk drive. It did come with the network adapter. They wanted $25, and then I asked them if they had any games. And apparently the son was still sleeping, so they had to wake them up. So I didn't really show any more video of that, just because it was, I would say, I was pretty much standing there for 10 minutes waiting for this guy to wake up. So when he did eventually wake up, he came out with a binder of games, PS1, PS2, and PS3 games. I picked up a few games. I think overall I paid, we negotiated a price of, I think, $65 for everything. So for the PS1 games, like I said, he had a binder, and there was no time he pulled out a game. He had to actually go back inside and find the case. But for the PS1 games, he just said he didn't have any cases for them. So they're only $1 a piece for the PS1 games. But I say, out of PS1, PS2, PS3, the PS1 games were the best. So Crash Team Racing, they're only disc only. Crash Bash, and then a few Spyro titles. Spyro Year of the Dragon, Spyro Riptor's Rage, Spyro the Dragon. I think these are all greatest hits. And then Twisted Metal for the PS1. And then for the PS2, picked up a few, some disc only. Spyro's Hero's Tale. I think you want $2 a piece for the disc only ones. Sonic Mega Collection and Dragon Quest 8. And then he did find cases for some of the other ones. So I'll show you those. Definitely pick up Star Wars Battlefront 2. Pick up quite a few of these. Need for Speed Most Wanted. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. Super Monkey Ball. Crash Bandicoot, The Wrath of Cortex. And then I picked up 3 PS3 games. You want $5 a piece. The discs were really rough shape, I would say. I definitely cleaned them up quite a bit. Definitely did not take care of this stuff. Grand Theft Auto 4. I was about to say 5. Red Dead Redemption. And then finally, Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim. So, not bad pickups. Definitely the PS1s were the best ones out of the bunch. And then after that, you saw the NES lot, which was, or I would say, really surprising. It was actually an old lady who, it was a multi-sale, and it was just, I asked, who's this? And it was actually an old lady who showed up, probably in her 60s. And she said, you know, how much you can pay? I said 50. She said, fine. I think originally on the bag it said 100. I didn't even see that there was a best offer thing of 100. I totally missed it. So I'll go through these games quickly because you probably saw what they were. Solus, I think that's how you say it. Solar Jetman, sorry. Ikari Warriors, Knight Rider, Beetlejuice, Batman, Super Mario Bros. 2, Tiger Heli, Friday the 13th, Blaster Master, Dragon Warrior. Probably missed Dragon Warrior because it was actually in the case, or in the console. And definitely a very good pickup of Final Fantasy. The Adventures of Link. And finally, Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest. So like I said, it did have the console there. I haven't tested it out yet. It had all the cores. Just noticed that there's a little bit of a gash here. Most likely I'll replace the pins before I sell it. And then 2 really, really beat up instruction booklets. The Legend of Zelda instruction booklet. Really beat up. And a really beat up Final Fantasy booklet. Really nice find, I say, for $50 only. I mean, it worked out to be like $2 a game, and then NES only like 24 bucks. So after I actually dropped that stuff off in my car, I went back to the sale, and there were more games. A different family was selling there. So I picked up 2 games for $5 a piece. Rabbids Go Home for the DS, and Despicable Me, the game. I picked this up because someone in the house obviously wants to play this game. So those were my pickups at that place. So after that, you probably saw the video of the PS2 and Sega Dreamcast stuff. I would say the guy before me that you saw definitely picked up the better of the games. At the end, I picked up a few games and pretty much only paid him $20. But most of these games weren't, I guess, not very valuable that I picked up. Fugitive Hunter, Wolfenstein, Red Dead Revolver, and then Activision Anthology. And then there was only 3 Dreamcast games that he had available. Monaco Grand Prix, Suzuki All-Stars, and Speed Devils. So it worked out to be $3 a game, so not a bad deal, I would say. Even though the games weren't that great, I would say. Definitely should have showed up earlier, but kind of missed out. Should have skipped the Boy Scout one. So after that, you saw the video of the one, I guess, Game Boy Advance game, and then the Pokemon DS case. So if you saw the video at the very beginning, you saw that there was another guy standing there when I walked in, and he was talking to actually the guy running the garage sale. And apparently the guy running the garage sale went back into his house and came out with a bunch of games. And those two guys kind of, he grabbed, I would say, the good stuff, and really got a really good deal, and I kind of got the leftovers. And got, like I say, an okay deal. So at the end, I paid $55, which I thought was a little bit pricey, but not a bad deal. He had a weird mixture of games. So the one Game Boy Advance game was Yu-Gi-Oh! 2004. Or 2000, yeah, 2004, sorry. Yeah, 2007, 8, 10, but they're all empty cases. And then I picked up a few DS games. You did find the Pokemon game, so I did get the Pokemon Diamond version. Missing instructions though. And then 2 more DS games, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, and Kirby Superstar Ultra. So those were the other DS games. I think he had a few more DS games, a few more Pokemons, but the other guy picked them up before me. And then a few N64 games I got. Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards, and another Star Fox 64. He had other Super N64 games. Like I said, I missed out. I think definitely he had another Super Smash that the other guy picked up. And then I picked up 2 Wii titles. Super Mario Galaxy. Probably should have left this one behind given how much he was asking. And this is not Super Smash Bros. Actually it is Animal Crossing. Still though, pretty good game. So after that, you probably saw the huge lot of PS3 and Vita games and PSP games. So the place where I was garage sailing nearby is a Sony location where people work there and test out video games. So some people who work there get free games. So as you can tell, there was a ton of games there. Apparently some lady just was working there and just got rid of all these games. And you saw those 2 boxes filled to the brim. Apparently some guy came before me and bought them, but there's no way I could beat this guy because they were friends with the guy running the garage sale, so he definitely had dibs first. So I'm going to go through the huge lot of PS3, PSP, and PS Vita games I picked up. Another lot of sealed games. I got real lucky. I guess you can't say real lucky because I knew this was going to happen when I saw the listing on Craigslist that this was going to happen. Because last year I was actually in the same area and it happened last year. You can probably see that video if you check a year before. So the PS Vita games, only 2 games. Borderlands 2 and Sly Cooper Collection. And then for the PSP games, Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi Tag Team, Valkyrie 2, Naruto, Shippuden Kazuni Drive, Dragon Ball Z Evolution, another Naruto 3, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, and then Hakugi, Demon of the Fleeting Blossom, Shepherd's Crossing, Invisible Animals, I would say it's trying to say, Shadow Zone, another Despicable Me, Sweet Fuse, and then Yu-Gi-Oh! Tag Force 5. And then there were 2 dual-packed PSP bundles that I picked up as well, still only $2 a piece, Dark Mirror and SOCOM, and Siphon Filter, Logan Shadow, and Killzone for the PSP. So those were all the PSP games I picked up, and then the rest are going to be PS3 games. I was real surprised at some of these like recent games. I thought most of them would be old, but some of them just, they just came out. I was really surprised. So, best of the PlayStation Network, Lost Planet 3, Hunted, Disney Infinity, Disney Universe, Brink, and then Naruto, Storm 2, NASCAR 14. This is recent, obviously. And then Port Royale 3 Gold Edition, another new release, I guess, in the last year. Same with this Need for Speed Rivals. And this one, I picked up the 3DS and the PS Vita version, I would say maybe less than a month ago for release. One Piece Unlimited World for PS3. Trinity Universe Earth Defense Force 2025, Star Trek, Painkiller, Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventure, Lost Planet 2, Magus, Minecraft, Thor, Dark Sector, NASCAR Unleashed, The Burrow, Anarchy Reigns, another NASCAR Inside Line, Armored Core 5, Dragon Ball Z Budokai HD Collection, X-Men Destiny, Rogue Warrior, Young Justice Legacy or League is Legacy, and finally the best one out of the bunch, random title, I've never heard of this one, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle. Odd title. I think it's over $50, I would say. Pretty rare US game. So those were my finds for the week. Overall, a really, really good week, I would say. Probably should start checking those Craigslist in that area and see if they have another one of these crazy PS2 lots. This is the second time I picked up something similar. I think last year it was PS2, but this year it was PS3 games. Really surprised that there would be sealed PS3 games. Most of some of the stuff that's like this year release. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you next week. See ya.